Over the past 20 years, extreme weather events have been increasing in frequency and severity. Weather events such as tropical storms, tsunamis, tornadoes, ice and snowstorms, heat flashes, wildfires, and flooding, and many more. The increase in frequency and severity is due to climate change, and climate change that we are involved in, and not just involved in, but extremely involved in. These extreme weather events are crippling to our planet and to us as a human race. They're crippling to our future. And this change in climate is going to keep happening whether we address it or not. If we ignore the solution, or if we ignore the problem, climate change is going to keep happening and our future is going to be at risk. We need to take some action to control of what we can and make the switch to clean energy and more renewable sources of energy to save our future here on Earth. Not enough people realize the gravity of the situation. Not everybody realizes that they are being affected by climate change. Everyone's affected, and everybody will be affected. There are many consequences as a result of it, and one of those is the economy. If you're a money person, well, the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Control said that a 1.5 to 2 degree Celsius increase could cost 54 to 69 trillion US dollars in damages. And not only just that, it affects us as a human race as well. It affects us as people. Weather change and climate change can affect our production of food, and we already have a food problem here on this planet. Not to mention the casualties as a result from air pollution has been horrible. In 2015, the U.S. had 193,617 people die from air pollution. India, with a tremendous increase, had 691,711 people die from air pollution. China, with another tremendous increase, had 1.55 million people die from air pollution. That's over 2 million people in 2015 that died as a result of poor air quality. Poor air quality that came as a result of the increased carbon dioxide in the air. Increased carbon dioxide into the air is what causes our climate to change. It's what causes the increase in temperatures and all these drastic weather events. 80% of the CO2 emissions come from, 80% of today's energy comes from fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, and petroleum that emit CO2 and other harmful gases into the air when burned and for energy. A solution to this is to switch to clean energy and hopefully more renewable energy. Some of these sources, such as solar power, wind power, and hydroelectric power, are forms of clean, renewable energy, while sources like nuclear energy is a non-renewable but cleaner source of energy. None of these sources release any type of harmful emissions into the environment causing climate change. However, it is important to recognize another problem that we are having, such as renewable versus non-renewable energy sources. We shouldn't rely on nuclear energy forever. It is a great source of energy, however, it is non-renewable. While solar power, wind power, and hydroelectric power are renewable. If we combine all of these together, we can come up with a solution to fight against unclean energy. All of these do come with their pros and cons, However, they complement each other very well. When we don't have the ability to generate power from solar or wind, we can use hydroelectric or nuclear. We should only use nuclear power, however, in short term to find more renewable and cleaner energy sources. If we look in Europe right now, we can see a very good example of what climate change is doing to the world, and a very real example. Europe has had major flooding in the past couple weeks that has caused so much damage and casualties, and a lot of that is a result of climate change and the temperature rising. Now, we can only imagine that that could have possibly not happened if we switched to this clean energy. But we have an example right in front of us that's happening right now of what's happening by burning these fossil fuels and emitting more CO2 into the air. It's very important to realize that the Earth is not going to be around forever, and we live here. We are part of the Earth. The Earth provides for us so that we can live. And because of that, I feel we have a responsibility and a duty to not only the Earth, but to ourselves and our future generations to switch to clean energy and save the future of us as humans, and to conserve who we are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.